Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video we are going to understand how to create ActiveCampaign contact from new Google Sheets table row. So are you also managing your leads with the help of your Google Sheets account? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm doing the same. I'm managing the marketing efforts of an edutech company. And what we do is we add the potential customer details in our Google Sheets table. So now I want that as soon as we add the new potential customer details in the new row on the Google Sheets table, automatically with the help of same details, a new ActiveCampaign contact should be created. So I'm going to do this because I want to create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of these leads. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between Google Sheets and ActiveCampaign. To create this connection, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So we are going to create this connection without doing any programming or coding language. And I'm going to do this because I want to convert my leads into real customers. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create ActiveCampaign contact from new Google Sheets table row. So as you know that I manage marketing efforts for an edutech company and we track potential customer information in Google Sheets. So to streamline our lead management process, what I want is that as soon as I add the details of my lead right over here in my Google Sheets, automatically with the help of same details, a new contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign too. So I'm going to do this because this ensures that all the potential leads are promptly added to our email marketing system, allowing us to follow up with them quickly and efficiently, enhancing our chances of converting leads into customers. So to do this, I've already opened the landing page of Pabbly simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account, and now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with the automation, we are going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create ActiveCampaign contact from new Google Sheets table row. And then we are going to click on create, and now it is opening the most important window of our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So where we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So now over here this means that trigger commands the workflow and the actions are response towards that command. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is Google Sheets, because I want that as soon as a new row is added in my table, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new or updated spreadsheet rows. And now it is giving me the webhook URL. So we are going to use this webhook URL in order to create a connection between our Pabbly's workflow and our Google Sheets account. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to follow the help text. So it is saying log into your Google Sheets account. So over here you can see that this is my spreadsheet I want to create this automation for, and I've already logged into my account. So now to connect this, we are going to go on extensions and then add-ons, and then we are going to go on get add-ons. So now we are going to add an extension which is Pabbly Connect webhook. So I'm going to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks right over here in search apps. So I'm going to search for it, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select it. And now over here you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks. So we are going to open this, and as you can see that I've already installed this, that's why it is showing uninstall. But if you haven't installed this, you can click on this install button right over here to install this. And as soon as you're going to install this, you are going to refresh the page. It is a really important step. And as soon as we are going to refresh this page, we are going to go on extensions again. And as soon as we are going to do this, you can see Pabbly Connect webhooks appear right over here. So from here we are going to go on initial setup. So now we are going to set up the workflow Over here you can see that it is saying selected sheet, webhook URL and the trigger column. So over here as you can see that the selected sheet is leads because I want to create this automation for this sheet only. And then for the webhook URL we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow, and now it is asking me the trigger column. So we are going to enter the final data column right over here. For me it is D, so I'm going to enter it, and then we are going to click on submit. And yes, you can see setup configured successfully. So this means that we have successfully created a connection between our Pabbly's workflow and our Google Sheets account. And now it is saying waiting for a webhook response, and in the notes it is saying do a test submission / record. So in order to capture this webhook response we have to do a test submission, and in order to do the test submission I'm going to open my Google Sheets again, and over here first we are going to go on extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, and over here you can see the button of send on event. So we are going to switch on this button because it is really important to switch on this button, because as soon as the new details are added right over here in my table, automatically the same details will be sent to my workflow. So I'm going to switch this button on, and as you can see the button is switched on. And now we are going to do the test submission. So for the first name I'm going to keep it as demo, for the last name we are going to keep it as user, for the company I'm going to keep it as Pabbly Tunes. So I'm going to enter it right over here, and then it is asking me for the email. So I want the email to be demo@pabblytunes.com, and then it is asking me for the phone number. So I want the phone number to be this, and now after entering the phone number it is asking me for the source. So I am on the source to be website, and then it is asking me for the status. So it is really important to select this because this is my trigger column. So as soon as I'm going to select the status, suppose I want the status to be hot lead. So yes, as soon as I selected the status, we have successfully completed our test submission, and this means that our details have been sent to our workflow. So I'm going to open my workflow and check for the same details. So I'm going to open my workflow, and over here you can see that we have received the response. Over here you can see the trigger column, the status hot lead. Over here you can see the spreadsheet name. Over here you can see the sheet name, source, sheet ID. Over here you can see the phone number, last name, first name, email, and the company that we entered. So yes, with this our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. So for our action application we are going to select ActiveCampaign right over here, because I want that as soon as a new row is added in my Google Sheets, automatically with the help of same details a new contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign too. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it, and now for the action event we are going to select it as create a contact, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your ActiveCampaign account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key and the URL. So to get this we are going to read the help text, and it is saying log into your ActiveCampaign account, click on the settings tab on the left sidebar area, and then select the developers tab from the drop down menu. You will find the API key. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account, and as you can see that this is my ActiveCampaign account and I've already logged in it. So it is really advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And now what we have to do is from the left sidebars we are going to go on setting, and over here you can see developers. So we are going to go on this, and as soon as we are going to go on developers you can see the URL and the key. So we are going to copy both of this, and then we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow. And now you can see that I've successfully pasted the API key and the URL right over here in my workflow. But we are going to read the help text of the URL, and it is saying provide the URL without HTTPS. So we are going to remove this HTTPS and slash. So we are going to erase this HTTPS because we don't want it, and then we are going to click on save. And as soon as we are going to click on save, you can see that we have successfully connected our ActiveCampaign account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email. So we are going to map the email, the first name, last name, and all the details. So for that, mapping is a method by Pabbly, which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Sheets as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our Google Sheets only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new row updated in my Google Sheets. So I'm going to give you an example that over here in front of email, if I'm going to enter demo@pabblytunes.com manually, suppose like this, then this will not change with every response created because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, suppose I'm going to look for the Gmail, and as you can see the email, so I'm going to map it. So if I'm going to map it from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. So we are going to map the first name too. So I'm going to search for first name and we are going to map demo. We are going to do same for the last name also. I'm going to search for it and then we are going to map it. We are going to move on forward. We are going to map the phone number also. I'm going to search for it and then we are going to map it. And as you can see that now it is asking me for the gender and it is not the required field. So I'm going to leave it as blank because I don't have the lead details of the gender. So that's why I'm going to click on save and send test request directly. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new contact with this email, this first name and this last name. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account and check for the new contact created. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account. And now from the left sidebar, we are going to go on contacts to check for our new contact. And yes, you can see name, demo user, email demo@pabblytudes.com and the phone number. So yes, we have successfully created a new contact. So this means that we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'm going to test this workflow once and this time I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my Google Sheets and we are going to fill in the another lead details. So I'm going to keep the first name as Chess this time, last name as user. So I'm going to enter it. For the company, I'm going to keep it as Pabbly Con. So I'm going to enter right over here and then we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the email. So I want the email to be test@pabblytudes.com this time. We are going to move on forward. For the phone number, I want the phone number to be this. We are going to move on forward. For the source, we are going to keep the source as referral. For the status, we are going to keep it as warm lead. And as soon as we are going to select the status, automatically our workflow would be triggered. So I'm going to select the status as warm lead. And yes, you can see that with this we have successfully did this test submission. And further, Google Sheet has sent the details of our submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and with the help of same details automatically created a new contact in our ActiveCampaign too. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account directly and check for the new contact created. And this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my ActiveCampaign account and we are going to refresh this contacts page and check for the new contact created with the test@pabblytudes.com email address. And yes, you can see a new contact has been created. Full name test user, email testuser@pabblytudes.com. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow and I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For the trigger application, we selected Google Sheets. For the trigger event, we selected new or updated spreadsheet row. For the action application, we selected ActiveCampaign, and then for the action event, we selected create a contact because I wanted that as soon as I add the lead details right over here in my Google Sheets table, automatically with the help of same details, a new contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign account too. So this automation ensures that all my potential leads are promptly added to our email marketing system, allowing us to follow up with them quickly and efficiently, enhancing our chances of converting leads into customers. And yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two contacts I created during this video. One demo user and the another one is test user. Demo@pabblytudes.com and test@pabblytudes.com. So as you can see, these are the same details I entered in my spreadsheet. So yes, with this our workflow is successful. And if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone the workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.